Most people live for relief. Relief from discomfort. Relief from boredom. Relief from effort. And that need for relief keeps them average. Delayed gratification is not a preference. It is a requirement. That's the key. Every meaningful result in life is delayed. Wealth is delayed. Mastery is delayed. Respect is delayed. If you cannot wait, you cannot build. You have a choice. The undisciplined mind reaches for comfort the moment tension appears. The disciplined mind stays present and finishes the work. That difference decides outcomes. Emotional gratification is seductive. It feels harmless. Scrolling, snacking, procrastinating, distracting. But each one trains your mind to escape effort. Escape becomes habit. Habit becomes identity. That's the pattern. Delayed gratification trains the opposite identity. I can wait. I can finish. I don't need relief right now. That identity compounds. You don't need their permission to stay uncomfortable. You don't need approval to delay pleasure. You don't need validation to finish what you start. You have a choice. The reason delayed gratification is so rare is because it feels unfair. You work now. The reward comes later. Sometimes much later. Emotionally undisciplined people demand immediate payoff. Disciplined people accept delayed return. That acceptance builds leverage. That's the key. Every time you delay gratification, you strengthen. You prove to yourself that you can keep promises without immediate reward. Self-trust is the foundation of confidence. Confidence is not emotion, it's evidence. And evidence is built through delayed reward. This is why impulsive people struggle with confidence. They never let effort mature. They quit before the return arrives. You have a choice. Delayed gratification is not about suffering. It's about priority. You are not denying pleasure forever. You are postponing it strategically. Strategic delay turns effort into investment. Impulse turns effort into waste. That's the difference. Napoleon Hill emphasized self-control because uncontrolled impulse collapses desire. Impulse seeks pleasure. Discipline seeks outcome. Outcome outlasts pleasure. That's the key. Training delayed gratification is simple but not easy. Start small. When you feel the urge to escape, wait 5 minutes. When you want to quit, complete one more unit of work. When distraction appears, finish the task first. These micro-delays rewire behavior. They teach the nervous system to tolerate discomfort. Tolerance becomes strength. You have a choice. The mind always chooses the familiar. If relief is familiar, it will seek relief. If completion is familiar, it will seek completion. You train familiarity through repetition. Every delayed impulse is a vote for discipline. Over time, discipline becomes automatic. This is why disciplined people appear focused. They are not fighting temptation constantly. They trained it out of relevance. That's the key. Delayed gratification also creates emotional stability. When you don't rely on pleasure to regulate mood, you become steady. Steadiness is power. People who need constant stimulation are easy to distract, easy to derail, easy to manipulate. People who can wait are dangerous in the best way. They don't rush, they don't panic, they don't break under boredom. They endure. You don't need their permission to endure. You don't need applause to stay focused. You don't need comfort to keep going. You have a choice. The long term always defeats the short term, but only for those willing to wait. Delayed gratification is how you prove seriousness. Anyone can want results. Few are willing to tolerate the delay. That tolerance is discipline. That's the key. This applies to money. Spend later. Invest now. To skill. Practice now. Praise later. To growth. Work quietly. Results publicly. Undisciplined people reverse the order. They seek pleasure first and wonder why nothing lasts. Discipline respects sequence. Sequence creates outcome. Delayed gratification also protects focus. Impulse fragments attention. Discipline concentrates it. Concentration creates momentum. Momentum makes delay tolerable. That's the cycle. You have a choice. The next time you want immediate relief, ask, what does my future self need right now? That question reorients behavior instantly. Future-oriented thinking weakens impulse. Impulse lives in the present. Discipline lives in the future. Choose your time horizon. That's the key. Delayed gratification is not glamorous. It is not exciting. It is not praised. That's why it works. Most people can't stand quiet effort. The disciplined thrive in it. They understand that comfort is rented. Results are owned. You are building ownership. You've learned to control emotion, to persist, to discipline desire, to stay silent. to delay gratification. Now it's time to use all of that discipline where it matters most, when problems appear. Because problems expose who you really are. You've learned to wait. Now let's learn how to think under pressure.